Well, hello there. So in the last video, I talked a little bit about what my personal values are, the ones that I've chosen for myself that aligning my life with has actually produced some positive benefit. Has it fixed everything? Obviously not. This is life we're living. It's not it's not some happy fantasy. However, there is one final bit to this little round of videos I shot last year that I really want to share with you, something I like very much. And it's a skill, it's something that you can practice, that when you start to align your life with new self-chosen values, you might find that you're a little further off that alignment than you realized, because up until the point where you've chosen these values for yourself, you've still been building habits. And all these habits that you build aren't necessarily aligned with anything of your choosing. So that means that when you're trying to live authentically, you're trying to be exactly who you are, unabashedly, you might not actually know who that is. And a lot of the things that you think about yourself, you might find are just old habits. So how do you separate all those old habits from who you actually are? And what are you actually? What is the consciousness inside? What's the unique self that's trying to emerge, that you're trying to cultivate through this practice? If you're putting in as much work into self-development as I am, then you really need your work to pay off. And in order to do that, you really need to identify who it is that you are. Not who you want to be, not who you think you should be, not who you will be tomorrow, but who you are right now in this moment. And in this video, I explain exactly how to do that in a very short time, anytime you want to. And it's called listening. All right, I hope you enjoy it. This is me in Manhattan, New York, 2019. Today, we're going to talk about how to find yourself at any moment. Actually, perfect, because I'm lost right now. So let's do it in real time. So if you're trying to find yourself, first let me say, congratulations. If you realize you don't know who you are, you can't really identify the real you, you're trying to find what's unique about you, anything like that, that means you've been doing a little bit of soul searching and you found that maybe you got some work to do. So I gotta say, congrats on that. You've taken the first step already. All right, so the trick is, if you live in this Western world, if you live in the modern era, which you all do, there's no way that you're not being constantly bombarded with advertisement, with media, that's trying to tell you exactly who you are, what you want, what you need to be doing, what you should be looking to get out of life, all this stuff. You know what? That might be true enough for some of you, but it's not going to be true for all of you. And it's never going to be 100% true. There's an element to it that's always going to be a lie. So it's real simple. If you want to find yourself, you only got to do one thing. You want to find yourself, you want to figure out how to be true to yourself, you just got to listen real hard. Don't think, don't speak, don't listen to the loud noises and stuff around you. You listen hard to the stuff that's hard to hear. That's it. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to let it sit like a summary like that. So here's the thing. If you're really trying to do this, what you got to realize is you got a whole bunch of different ways of thinking that go on inside. Whenever you're thinking,
Sometimes you got a thinker who's kind of a complainer. Sometimes you got a thinker who's kind of a self-critic. Sometimes you got a thinker who's looking to fix problems, who's looking to build up cases, who's looking to decide whether or not they agree with stuff. All right, none of those modes of thinking are gonna be you. All of those modes of thinking, none of those modes of thinking I just photobombed them so hard. None of those modes of thinking are you, because they're all just modes of thinking. So consider this. If you're thinking and you got words going through your head, that's not you. That's just a pattern of thought. So don't associate with patterns of thought. Patterns of thought are just patterns of thought. Let them come, let them go. It's nothing that you really need to concern yourself with. Thinking is useful when you're trying to get stuff done, but we're not always trying to get stuff done when we're thinking, are we? A lot of times when we're thinking, we're just letting our brain run wild. There's nothing wrong with that if you're having fun, but it's not going to lead you towards finding yourself. All right, so what does listen hard mean? It's a little bit like meditation. A little bit like, you ever hear the thing about the observer? Like, the idea is that if you can think and then you can observe yourself thinking, then who's doing the observing? If you can observe your thoughts, then your thoughts aren't you. Maybe the observer's you. I think that's good. I think that's a good start, but I like to listen, because just looking at stuff, you don't feel it. Listening, you feel it. So instead of looking, silence your mind and listen. Try to listen to the quietest noises you can find. And that'll help you listen hard. It's the only way that you're gonna listen through the noise of the traffic, the horns blowing, the whistles blowing, the chatter all around you. The only way you're gonna hear through all that is by listening hard and listening for the quiet noises. And when you listen to the quiet noises, maybe it's like a bird singing in the distance. Maybe it's crickets chirping. Maybe it's leaves rustling. No matter where you are, no matter what environment you're in, there's always going to be a quiet noise you can tune into. Maybe it's your breathing. Maybe it's your heartbeat. There's always going to be something. And when you listen to that, try and picture what's making that noise. Try to engage your imagination with that sound and try to figure out exactly what that is. In doing so, you're gonna stop the thinker. What's up, man? You're gonna stop thinking in words, and you're gonna start using your imagination and seeing pictures. And when you start doing that, you're gonna feel emotions too. Those emotions are a lot closer to you than your thinking mind is. So, listen hard, find the quiet noises, tune into them, let yourself feel about them, let yourself create little stories about what they are. Don't be attached to them, just feel them out. And you'll find that you've already got emotions that have been inside that you might not be paying attention to, that maybe you've had no occasion to really put words to. That's good stuff right there. Tune into that stuff and just let yourself reside in that state. This is gonna take a little practice, all right? But that doesn't mean that you have to do it for months and months before it starts to have payoffs. You sit here for 5 minutes, listen hard, feel yourself calm. It'll change your heart rate. It'll change the rate of your breathing. Get into that good state. If you have to close your eyes, go ahead, close your eyes. Get into that state, and when you're ready to, open your eyes, come back out of it, take a look around, but try to keep listening hard. try not to forget to listen hard. Find whatever quiet sound, lock yourself to it, lock your mind on it, and just hold it. Hold it in your mind. It's gonna be extremely difficult. Every single thing that's going by me right now is causing me to get distracted by the noise, distracted by the sights, by the people. Some people are looking at me vlogging. Most people don't really care. And it's all very distracting. And in that distraction, I lose myself and I become just a reaction. I'm just responding to my environment. And that's not me. If I want to find my unique self, I need to block all that out and find where my emotions, where my imagination resides innately. So I tune back into the listen. And I feel myself. And then from here, I'm ready to take on the world with my perspective. Does that mean I know who I am? No. But it means I've found who I am. Does it mean I'm gonna forget? Yes, I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget how I feel when I'm listening. So I'll have to listen again. It's like a calisthenic. You can't let yourself forget for too long, otherwise you end up going down paths that aren't even of your own choosing. I hope this works for you. I hope that you get a little bit of benefit out of it. If you still don't understand, whoa, there's distractions. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I mean, I'm gonna be vulnerable. This might not make a good video, but I need to get the point across to you. You heard the brake squeak back there? It distracted me, I go, whoa. Then I thought, oh, that's not good content. The viewers aren't gonna like that. Now, once I do that, I'm not even thinking of you as you. I'm thinking of a YouTube subscriber, whatever that is, not you. When I quiet myself, I remember what I'm doing here, that my whole goal is to be true to myself and kind to you. Brings me right back in. That's what I actually care about. It aligns me with my values, and that's exactly how I want to be living. That's exactly the kind of content that I want to make. That's what brings me the most meaning and joy and fulfillment. So that's what I got for you. Listen hard, find the quiet noise, lock it in your mind, keep listening to it. You can do this any time. I repeat, any time. You can be in the middle of a conversation, you can feel yourself wandering, you can feel yourself getting emotional, you can feel yourself getting defensive, and you can fix it. You can really fix it. You can help your relationships be better by doing this, by recognizing that moment. Let me get away from this music. You recognize the moment that that's happening. Quiet yourself. Stop thinking about whatever you're thinking about and listen. And when you listen, you'll tune into you. And if you happen to be in a conversation, good. I mean, it's not like you have to focus on your breathing and go into a deep meditation. You just listen, which is probably what you should be doing anyway. And that'll help you not be so defensive. It'll help you get out of a fight. It'll help you find common ground with whoever you're talking with. And it'll help you know what to say. Because you'll know where you're coming from. And where you're coming from will be in alignment with the real you. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about this further, I do. So let me know down in the comments. hit me up and let's talk about it. All right, I love you guys. That's it. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you get something out of it. Again, anytime that there is a sound around you, which is 100% of the time, you will be able to find the most quiet sound. And by listening in to the most quiet sound, whatever that happens to be, you'll find presence. And if you really want to, you'll find yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.